Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective for episode 4.
The body.
Yep, the body.
I didn't know what you wanted me to say. You kind of just jumped into that and looked at me like, ah!
Yeah,
so
that's your thing. You give the episode titles. That's your deal. I mean, you can do the intro for episode 5, but I think for now,
I mean, this is fine. You just caught me off guard. That's all.
The body. Probably the most imaginative name for an episode in season 1.
Yeah.
The episode is about a body.
Well, they find the body in episode 3, and then we learn more about the body in episode 4.
It's all about the body.
It's just all about the body. We don't have a lot of notes for this episode, if you can tell.
Yeah, we're going to vamp a bit. Because this one was more slow-paced than any other episode of the season so far. And we've watched a couple more since episode 4,
yep.
Just working through, bringing the content to you people. And it really picks up after this.
Yeah, this one's a lot of, I have a lot of hop notes in this one. So it's I feel like it's a lot of hop figuring things out and discovering the lies of Hawkins' lab and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and I've got some Joyce notes in here. So I feel like the adults were really more the focus.
It's pretty adult heavy with this one, yeah.
So my very first note of the episode was, why does the wall put itself back together? How does the wall put itself back together? The Demogorgon broke out of the wall at the end of the last episode. And they come back and everything's cool. It's just put back together.
Yep. It's all good. All fine.
Yeah. And you know what? We've talked about this, and when we talk about future episodes now, when we skip ahead, we're not going to say not to do it. We're if we talk about something that happens in episode 5 or 6 while we're talking about episode 4, it's all still valid. That's the point of this. We're going to stop telling ourselves to
not skip ahead.
Yeah. So coming back to this in future episodes, we do see that the portal in the tree can close itself.
Yeah, but this wasn't a portal. This was he birthed himself through the wall.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. But clearly there were no rules.
Yeah.
There were no rules in season 1.
Or they were establishing rules and forgot what they established.
Yeah, just forgot about it. That's, you know what? That's okay. It's still a fantastic show.
I mean, the seasons work. They, it's just...
Just, if portals can close whenever they damn well feel like it, what's the point of any of this?
Right. What was stopping Vecna from coming through in the first...
Anyway, notes on Winona Ryder. She plays this part so well, and I feel like we kind of get away... In the future seasons, we get away from her being a mom a little bit, especially season 4.
Okay, I'm you jumped ahead so much in my notes, but then continue. Sorry.
We get away from her being a mom in season 4, and back in season 1, it's just so good. She plays this part so incredibly well of someone who knows she's not crazy, but cannot explain the crazy things happening around her.
Because everybody's so adamant, the body is Will, this is your son, blah blah blah, and she's she knows right away that it's not, but everybody just thinks that she is insane. No, this is your kid, it looks exactly like your kid, this is the body of your son, but it doesn't even matter, to her what anybody else thinks. She knows that she's communicating with him. She knows he's not dead. She knows that something is not right.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so satisfying when it finally comes around, but watching her struggle through this is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And
it hits different as parents now than I feel than it really did when we watched it the first time. We were just we felt for her the first time we watched it, but it was just oh yeah, we know she's not crazy, blah blah blah, but this time we're no, would we go to these lengths if it was us, as parents?
Yeah. Absolutely. And we would, just in case,
Yeah, in case you're questioning that.
Not you guys, but 15 years, our kid finds this podcast somewhere. Yes, Evie. Yes. We would face the upside down and back. No question. So after this, we get the scene with Mike back at home.
Mm-hmm.
And we see literally the only moment of Mr. Wheeler being a decent human being in the entire show is when they think Will is definitely dead.
Mm.
And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. This is literally the guy's only redeeming scene in all of Stranger Things.
And we've had 4 seasons.
And we've had 4 seasons. We've had a hotel's worth of seasons.
I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
But then 11 does find Will in the Upside Down through the frequency on the walkie-talkie.
Yep. Speaking of which, did they just forget all of 11's powers?
She does so little, I feel like. It's all just like, let me move things with my mind and like reach my hand out and yell in like the later seasons. And like this season, she's literally finding somebody through a radio frequency. And like, she's using her powers because her nose bleeds when she does it.
Yeah.
Like they go to find the gate in a couple episodes forward, and she messes with the magnets and the compasses. Like the shit that she does this season is so different than what she does later on. And I'm not trying to say that like, her powers later on aren't strong, because they're really freaking strong. Like she brings down a helicopter.
Yes, she does.
But like I feel like the contact, like her using the different electronics and stuff to use her powers has kind of been forgotten. But the electronic situation has been forgotten
altogether.
Yeah. So, if they just scrap that, then her powers don't need to be used for that.
I mean, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Like, it may not be that they forgot that she has these powers. It's just that situationally she hasn't needed to use them. And to me, that's more a writing issue than anything else. Like, if you want to show the full breadth of what 11 can do, then you should be creating situations where she can act on all of her powers. But at the same time, like, we go from, this is more of like a detective, like, mystery show in season 1, and then it's just straight up action later on.
Right, and it's less like the supernatural science fiction-y right now. It's more like season 1, it's more of figuring out a mystery. Like, yes, there is that science fiction aspect to it, but you're also figuring out a mystery. What happened to this kid? What is the Upside Down? And then as we go on, then it becomes more science fiction, and Yeah, so I guess, to your point, I guess Elle's powers really don't need to be more electromagnetic focused in future seasons. They kind of just need to be, what can she scream at until it falls over? Right, what can she destroy with her mind? Yeah. Big question for me. How did Hawkins' lab know every detail of Will's body? But they didn't. Doesn't Joyce say he's got like a birthmark on something and it wasn't there? Or did I imagine that? No, she says that, but you never actually see. You never actually see if it was there or not. Okay. Yeah. And everyone else seems pretty convinced. I mean, if that wasn't there, I feel like we should have been told that. Because that would have been a good, like, no, Hop, you don't understand. There was no birthmark. Okay, that's another reason for Hop to go investigate. Right. Not complaining. But the reason Hop decides to investigate is because, perks of that small town police chief. He knows everybody. So he wants to know who performed the autopsy. Mm-hmm. And he gets told, it was somebody from out of state. Yeah. Or somebody from state. And he's like, well, that seems suspicious. Yeah, why would somebody from state do an autopsy on a local kid? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, a kid fell in the quarry. Why is this a state issue? I mean, they do. They try to dance around it, like, oh, it's state property, the quarry, but yeah, but it's still red flags. It's to Hopper. He's just like, this is not. He at this point he is willing to investigate things because that just seems really fishy to him.
Absolutely.
And haven't they already tried, like, he tried to do that tour with the other two cops in, like, the episode before, and
they were real cagey, and he knew they were up to something.
They knew he knew that they weren't on the up and up.
Yeah, he knew they were lying to him in some way, shape, or form. Mike cared so much about Will in this season. What the hell happened? Like, oh, they grew up. Like, hold up.
But Will's still, like, one of his best friends. So regardless of growing up, he should still care about Will as the seasons go on.
Right. Like,
and it doesn't seem like he does as much.
Let's just throw out there the shared trauma of everything that happens in this show.
Everybody should be best friends with everybody. Because...
Forever. Like, you'd really think thered be more forethought into, like, oh, Will's having a tough time. I bet it's because he's coughing up lizards. Like...
Right. You know,
right.
Just hacking up leeches from the upside down. It's just like, I just want to go hang out with 11. All right, cool. I'm going to choke on this bug.
You think we're going to play D&D forever? Like, yeah, hopefully.
Right.
All right. How about it?
But we digress. The next thing I have is when Nancy goes and tries to find Barb, because at this point she's concerned because Barb hasn't shown up, and she sees the Demogorgon in daylight. When she goes back to Steve's house, it, like, runs behind her. Yeah,
Bigfoot style.
Yeah. That's what?
Well, I don't know.
That was a thing that struck me.
It's a little weird. They established later that the Demogorgon hunts at night, so, like, what was it doing around there during the day? But
right.
You know what? That doesn't matter. That's not a big thing.
It's not important, but I wanted to mention it because it's my podcast and I can.
Oh yeah, no. I just mean we've talked a lot of shit.
I'm not talking shit. I was just confused at that.
No, I know you're not.
Okay. Also, where were the nominations for Winona Ryder and Charlie Heaton? Because the scene after they are at the morgue identifying the body, they have, like, a huge blowout fight in the middle of the street, and the acting of both of them in that scene was just, like, totally on point. And where were their nominations in 2016? What happened there? Why were they forgotten?
In 2016, were they treating Netflix as, like, worth a nomination? I think they were, right?
The show itself was nominated, and I believe won. I don't remember if actors were nominated.
Right.
I don't know. If they were, she probably was. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I don't totally remember when award shows started treating streaming services as actual TV.
It was around that time, because that was when a lot of shows started to come. Well, no. No, because Game of Thrones was not on a streaming service. Game of Thrones is on HBO, which is...
Right. Now it's on HBO Max, but, like, yeah.
It's a cable, so that's not a streaming service. But anyway. If she was nominated, awesome. If she wasn't, she absolutely should have been. Just for this scene alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't remember seeing a scene like this in the other episodes. Like this, I don't know. There's just something there's just something about the two of them, like, fighting. Her fighting because she knows that her son is alive, and Jonathan arguing the opposite point, but you feel for both of them. Yeah,
because he feels like his mom's off the deep end, and, like, the burial of his little brother is falling on him.
It's falling on him, and, you know, he's, a 16-year-old kid? He shouldn't have to have that responsibility, but he has to, but he also doesn't know what Joyce knows. He just thinks she's lost her mind.
Exactly, yeah. So I think after that, we kind of cut to Brenner, and we get, like, flashbacks as to... Or, no, not flashbacks. This is when they actually send somebody into the portal.
I didn't take any notes on this, so that's all you, hon.
I've just got the one note.
Okay.
My question is, does Brenner think that one killed that dude? Like, is that where his head's at? Did he send the guy in looking for one? And then that guy gets straight up murdered?
At this point...
Well, we gotta remember, he has seen the portal before, right?
Right. I mean, I guess.
If we're gonna tie it all together,
if we're gonna tie it all together, possibly. But I don't know that he knows that there's anything in there yet. Because this is before 11 makes contact with the Demogorgon. Isn't it?
No, this is after. This isn't a flashback. This is something that they're doing in the lab.
While she's
on the run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then probably. Then I would assume yes. If this isn't a flashback, then yeah, he's already made contact with some of the creatures in the Upside Down because of her.
Right.
So I would assume
they've made contact, but he hasn't seen one.
He hasn't seen anything.
Or you know what? He probably has, because they've got security footage of the Demogorgon, don't they? From when it broke out. So Brenner's probably seen it.
Yeah. But no, to answer your question, yeah, I absolutely think that he's looking for one. That's the only reason why he's doing this in the first place.
Right. See, here's the thing. We're going to talk a lot, and we have been talking a lot about what doesn't work. I think it's important that we also sprinkle in what totally does.
Right.
Like, this scene makes more sense.
It absolutely does. I mean, and going back and seeing everything that Brenner does in regards to the Upside Down, knowing what we know with season 4 and how everything with 1 played out,
mm-hmm.
It absolutely makes sense that from the get-go, he was looking for 1.
Right. And he's got the security footage. He knows that a Demogorgon broke out and killed all these people, and he's still willing to throw his men in there. It's because of that. It's because he has his goal. He has his crux. Like, it's what he's after, finding one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think everyone's aware of that, but
his one-armed man.
It's his one-armed man. Quite. I mean, if you can call Vecna's other arm an arm, then that was a dumb joke. 11 making Troy P was pretty great.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so they give her an ET-esque makeover where they they get all this stuff from Nancy's room, and then they bring her to school with them. Because she's going to show them the gate, right? Like, that's the whole point of that. Like, or no, she doesn't want to stay by herself.
They're going to school because they have the high-powered radio.
Yes, so that she can try to get in contact with Will again.
Yeah, but they could try to figure out where he is based on the high-powered radio.
Yeah. Yeah, she makes him piss his pants.
And then she has the little badass wipe
Oh my
nose.
God.
That was awesome.
She wipes her nose and walks away yep. Yeah, that's right, I did that.
That's peak Millie Bobby Brown in this season.
And I want more of the OGs for season 5, and I believe I called them the Fantastic Four in the last episode. So I'm going to call them that from here on out. They are the Fantastic Four, and it is Mike, 11, Dustin, and Lucas. I just want more of their dynamic.
Between the 4 of them?
The 4 of them, because this season they were so good with each other.
Here's the question, though. I don't think that dynamic can really exist anymore, at least with Lucas, since, now they're friends, and he's not constantly against 11.
Well, when... in this particular moment,
you're right.
He's cool with her.
Mm-hmm.
He's only not cool with her when something goes off of what he has planned in his mind.
Yeah.
And literally anything that's not going according to his plan is because 11 wants to keep them safe. Because 11 knows more than they all do. And she can't tell them because she doesn't want them to get hurt. So she just, does her thing. And it does make her look bad. It makes her look like she is trying to stop them from finding her friend. So I do get where Lucas comes from.
He doesn't trust her.
He doesn't trust her.
They found a girl in the woods,
and
not trusting.
I don't blame him. Find this bald kid in the woods, and she doesn't talk, and now she's got these weird powers. I'd be a little standoffish too.
Yeah,
I think he could go about it better. He's really mean to her.
Yeah,
but he could go about it a little bit better.
Absolutely.
But no, the dynamic of when they are like going on their little quests together and stuff, like the four of them work really well, and I would like to see more of that in the final season.
I agree.
Also, we kind of skipped that the cops straight up harass Nancy when they're questioning her about like where Barb is. Yeah,
I actually wrote that down too.
They start questioning her about Barb, but then they like go off the rails of like, how long were you with Steve and what were you doing with Steve and blah blah blah, and it's like that's irrelevant to the fact that my friend is missing.
Right, like I mean, I get it. I get why they're asking questions, but they're just straight up harassing her while doing it.
And it's not like, cool.
I think this plays into her whole character arc of, look, nobody's gonna help me. I gotta do this. I gotta do this myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a pump action shotgun. I'm gonna saw it off, and then I'm gonna take care of this myself. I'm gonna
take down Vecna on my own.
So. We kind of already touched on this, but the show has lost a level of mystery after season 1, I want to say. Or, you know what, it has it in season 2 as well. Like,
there's an air of mystery to every season.
I feel like now it's suspense.
Yeah.
I feel like season 1 is very mystery heavy in everything going on in the world. Season 2 carries that over a bit with what's happening to Will and, like, what is this?
Yeah.
But I feel like the further we get into Stranger Things, the less it becomes mystery and the more it becomes suspense. And I think that's mostly just due to the fact that we have a better understanding of the quote-unquote rules of the universe we're playing in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess it's not really that important. I just wish there was still a way to capture that air of mystery from the first couple seasons. That kind of feels lost to me now.
A little bit. I don't know that it's completely lost. I mean, we're trying... In every season, you are trying to, there is a mystery of what is happening. Like, so it's not as deep, I guess, in that as it is in this season. Because this season, we're establishing where all the weird stuff comes from and like that whole mystery. So that mystery is solved. About like the upside down and everything, but we don't know about what's in it. So, when different things from the upside down are affecting the story, there is still a little bit of a mystery because you're like, well, what is this thing now? And why is this happening? And, so it's still there. It's just not as prevalent. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but you're right. Actually, you've kind of turned me around on that a little bit because in the newest season, I feel like the mysteries were fairly lackluster for the most part because we figured out one way beforehand.
But not everybody would have. Like, it's not
everybody
super
did,
obvious.
But
okay.
Henry being one was really obvious.
Henry being one, or at least, not necessarily Henry being one, but
the orderly.
Yeah. What was his name? Peter?
Was it? I don't remember.
I think so. We're going to call him Peter.
He's got so many names, it doesn't matter.
We're going to call him Peter because I think that's what it was called. And him being one was absolutely obvious.
Yeah.
Because in that first flashback where he's talking to 11 and he says they briefly talk about one and he's like, well, we'll save that for another day. I was like, you're one.
Yeah.
And
also,
then,
okay, random new orderly character from the past that we've never seen before. I wonder if he's gonna be important.
Right. So, him being one, I feel like that was kind of obvious. Henry being him,
mm-hmm.
that to me wasn't as obvious. I feel like I pieced it together pretty quickly, but I don't think it was as obvious. And then Vecna being one, we figured out quickly, but I don't think that was super obvious
That's
either.
fair.
That was a pretty big, like, whoa!
From the people we've talked to, it seemed like we figured that out a lot sooner than they did. Because we're just so great.
No, it's because we analyze everything.
Well, welcome to the show,
Right.
where we make it clear that we analyze everything. But yeah, you know what? You're right. There is. And I mean, we do have the ongoing mystery now of why is the Upside Down kind of stuck in a permanent stasis from the day it was created.
Mm-hmm.
And we have theories on that, but I feel like we should get to those later.
Yeah,
we should at least get through season 1, because I feel like we've developed it over the course of watching these episodes.
Of watching season 1, just in general, we have a theory about the Upside Down in general.
Yeah.
And kind of, I guess it ties into why is it stuck in 1983 kind of thing.
Yeah, why is it stuck in the day that the portal was created?
Right, the day that Will went missing. Why is it that day?
Oh, don't give away too much.
I'm not giving away anything.
I know you're not.
I go into... Oh, Nancy talks to Jonathan about the creepy pictures that he was taking since she saw the Demogorgon like behind her, and she asks him to look at his pictures. Yeah,
that comes together really well, actually. Mm-hmm. Them kind of piecing together what may have happened based on experiences that like Nancy had.
Mm-hmm. And this is also where Jonathan starts to believe his mom, because when they develop the picture, the one picture of Barb, the Demogorgon is in that picture, and that creature came out of the wall, and Joyce describes it. So he's like, oh, maybe my mom ain't cray.
It is so frustrating that from that point on, Jonathan's like, oh no, yeah, my mom's right, and they don't talk about it.
Do they even have... Right! Because this isn't the funeral. The funeral is the next episode.
Yep.
And you would think he would come running home and be like, oh my God, Mom, I believe you.
He does. He's ready to talk about it, and then his dad's
there.
And he's
and
like,
he messes it all up.
Well, I guess I'm just not going to look for a free moment to have this discussion with my mom.
Right.
I think they like wave it off as not wanting to put more on her plate or something, but it's really dumb.
Yeah, because him and his dad have a fight.
I do love this show, and I don't want to describe anything that really happens in it as dumb, but that to me comes across as lazy.
You could also, I mean, he's a dumb 16-year-old, so...
I guess, but Nancy's a lot smarter than he is, and she should be like, you should probably tell your mom.
Well, it was his intention, you know?
Yeah.
Just his estranged father, he comes home and his estranged father is like, sitting on the couch like, what up, son? And he's like, I hate you. Why are you here?
Get out.
Right.
Anyway, so Jonathan's photography actually fell by the wayside after this, doesn't it? We never really see that anymore.
I don't know. I don't think. Well,
it definitely doesn't play a part in the story, does it?
Not like it does this, but isn't he a part of the newspaper with Nancy? Like, doesn't he take pictures for the paper?
Maybe. If he does, it's very...
Well, because they go on their little, like...
Yeah, but that's more of a cover for, like, her trying to get justice for Barb. It's not really about him being a photographer.
I think he is part of the paper.
Sure. But, like, we don't see that. It doesn't play a part.
I mean, it's not a big thing, but I think that's, that's so that you can keep that element of his character.
Yeah.
So it's not just like something that's swept under the rug. Like, yeah, Jonathan was a really talented photographer, so now he works for he is part of the school paper and he takes pictures for Nancy's stories. Like,
well, I'm sure we'll get back to that. We'll remember that and kind of pick up if they say anything about it in future seasons, because I think you're right, but it certainly doesn't play any kind of part in season 4.
Well, no, because he's on a road trip.
Most of it. Before that, just when he's like complaining about his life with Argyle, like, oh, I'll never, I don't know what I want to do. We only see him, right, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just high. High in shop class, like, what do I do with my life? I don't like what happened to Jonathan in season 4, because I really like Jonathan. Yeah, but until the end of the season, he's kind of a wasted character. I really like Jonathan, and I'm going to say something that's probably a very unpopular opinion right now. I am all for Nancy and Jonathan. Yeah, it's an unpopular opinion with me right now. I know, but I'm all for Nancy and Jonathan. Rewatching this season,
I was like, yeah, I shipped them then and I ship them now. It's just what I do.
You don't lie to your girlfriend about going off to college without her. You just don't do that. You don't change all the plans you've had together for your future and just be like, I'm just going to let this ride, and once it happens, it happens.
He's dumb and high, but I really like them together. I just really like them together. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, sure. Early show, absolutely. And I fully put the blame on this with season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ultimately they want Nancy to end up with Steve. So
yeah,
I feel like that, but that's neither here nor there. So
I've got a bunch of notes on how Hopper's just like,
I was gonna say I'm going into some Hopper land next.
Secret Agent Hopper.
Yeah, Renegade
like,
Hop.
Really, really good at the whole private investigator thing for being a small town sheriff.
Yeah, because the first thing he does is he goes to a bar.
Yeah.
Like undercover.
He straight up tricks that guy into spilling some info and then beats the crap out of him to get more.
Yep.
Then he sneaks into the coroner's office.
Sorry.
Or wait, no, was the body?
No, it's in the coroner's office.
Okay.
He goes there. He like makes up some lie about how he was supposed to be there or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's like his go-to lie. Yeah, Brenner called me. I'm supposed to be here.
Right.
And then when they don't believe him, he just beats the crap out of them. That's his go-to move. I'm going to try the lie. If the lie doesn't work, you're going down.
Mm-hmm. But he goes in and he finds where they're keeping.
He gets the body.
Will's body, and he's like, there's something not right with this. And sure enough, he discovers that it's a doll.
Also,
he cuts it open.
The body has no autopsy scars.
It has no autopsy scars, and supposedly an autopsy was performed.
You're going to go to all the trouble of faking an autopsy and making a fake body, and you're not going to give it the scars it needs to, like, pass.
To look like it was
as a fake body.
Right.
Like, what was the plan? Did they just think... They gave him a body that would work for an open casket funeral, and then they just... Yeah, it's a really... This was a flimsy plan.
Hawkins' lab was a little sloppy.
They were sloppy with this. They really were.
They were sloppy.
And Brenner is not a sloppy man. Well, actually, he's incredibly sloppy. All of this goes to shit because he's sloppy.
Yeah.
You know what? I take it back. This is all very in character.
It's a slapshod operation over at Hawkins' lab.
It is.
It's a wonder that they don't have worse electric issues in Hawkins, because Hawkins Lab is the ones that are saying that they're the electric company.
Yeah, it's a wonder there's not rolling blackouts in Hawkins every couple of days. Oh man. And I think that's really all we've got for season 4. This episode ended up being longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the episode literally just ends with Hopper.
Oh no, I meant us.
No, I'm just saying, but it ends with Hopper going to break into Hawkins' lab since he knows that they are doing something shady.
Yeah, I'm done with this now. We're getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess that's where we're going to end off episode 4 of the HCC. Or, sorry, the HHC, the Hawkins Hellfire Collective.
Mm-hmm.
We're now live on Buzzsprout and Apple Podcasts, and we're trying to get live on other podcast formats right now. By the time you listen to this, we'll
probably be live on everything.
Yeah, but it's been very exciting.
Yeah.
To see that, like, on our first day, when we're just setting up our RSS feed, we've already got some downloads. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, also, quick shout out to Pig Loves Mouse. She's a little crochet crafter that I found through a crafting group. I now own a crocheted Eddie Munson doll, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's super detailed, big, and I'm just super in love with it. So shout out to her. Check her out on Facebook and Instagram if you're into like crocheted dolls and stuff like that, because she's amazing. I
thought this was so silly until it came and I saw like the quality of this thing and the detail, the work that went into it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like this is a collectible. This is something you display.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Absolutely check her stuff out because she makes these incredible dolls.
Yeah, she actually she's got a Demogorgon up right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like she's great.
If we ever make any kind of money off of the Hawkins Hellfire Collective, we will buy more of these.
We'll buy more.
All
right, so
so
we're gonna
signing
sign
off. Yeah. I forget, did you come up with a sign-off slogan?
I don't remember what it was.
We'll just have a different one every episode.
I don't know. Dusty Buns over and out.
No, Dusty Buns gets it done. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, Dusty Buns gets it done. See you next episode.
See you next time.